A very good morning to everyone. This is Dr. Mama Ghazal, and today in this video we will talk about antiperspirants. So first of all, I would like to tell you about the antiperspirants basics. Antiperspirants are considered the first line of treatment for excessive sweating of the underarms, hands, feet, and sometimes face. They are called the first line of treatment because they are the least invasive, and experts recommend that they be tried first before other invasive treatments. They are also inexpensive and easy to use even when antiperspirants are applied to the top of the skin, which is why you sometimes hear them called as the topical treatments. Once an antiperspirant is applied to skin perspirations in the underarm, grabs and dissolves the antiperspirant particles, pulling them into the pores and forming superficial plugs that are just below the surface of the skin. When your body senses that the sweat duct is plugged, a feedback mechanism stops the flow. So when we are talking about antiperspirants, antiperspirants are the products whose primary function is to inhibit perspiration or sweating. Means in a normal language, in a common language, we are saying deodorants. We are talking today in this video about the deodorants, how much they are beneficial when we are applying those antiperspirants or a deodorants, and by inhibiting perspiration or a sweating, which is necessary component for the growth of a bacteria that cause malodor. Antiperspirants also acts as deodorants. And when we are talking about antiperspirants, they are classified as over-the-counter OTC drugs by the FDA because they prevent sweat formation, which is a biological function and it is happening in everybody's body. The active ingredients like aluminium based compounds gives antiperspirants their sweat blocking ability, or you can say that aluminium based compounds, if they are including as an active ingredient in the deodorants, they are working as a sweat blocking ingredient, by which that sweat blocking will be less enough in comparison to the other chemicals which we are using. So sweat blocking ability by forming a temporary plug within the sweat duct, and that stops the flow of sweat to the skin surface. A few commonly used antiperspirants active ingredients are by its name: aluminium chloride, aluminium chlorohydrate complexes, and aluminium zirconium complexes. So these are the particular chemicals which you are able to find out in your own particular deodorants and antiperspirants bottle. If you are flipping out your bottle, you will see these ingredients or these chemicals will be there as an active ingredients which are having the ability to stop or to block the sweat. So these are by names: aluminium chloride, chlorohydrate complexes, and aluminium zirconium complexes. Now, how does an antiperspirant work, or how this antiperspirant working means give you an idea about how the sweat is blocking. So when an antiperspirant is applied to the skin surface, its antiperspirant active ingredient, which we are telling by the name aluminium, or usually the aluminium salts, dissolve in the sweat or moisture on the skin surface of the armpit. The dissolved substance forms a gel which creates a small temporary plug near the top of the sweat gland, significantly reducing the amount of sweat that is secreted to the skin surface. In this picture also you can see that we are having this a picture in which we are applying that antiperspirant. When we are applying antiperspirant, this sweat is going to start dissolving and forms a gel on the top of the pore. And once the top of the pore, the gel formation completed, then gel released from the skin surface. So when we are having this antiperspirant, then means it can be removed when we are bathing and washing. By the help of bathing and washing, it will be removed, and reapplication of your antiperspirant can be beneficial to help reduce sweating and keep fresh throughout the day, because some of the people are having this complaint that they are having so much sweat in the skin. So that so much sweat of the skin can be prevented by using antiperspirants or a deodorants, or a good quality antiperspirants and a deodorants which are having the ability to block the sweat. While antiperspirants reduce underarm sweating, they do not impact the body's natural ability to control its temperature. Means we are talking about antiperspirant which we are applying on our underarms to block the sweating, but it cannot impact the body's natural ability by which it is controlling its own temperature. While there are between 2 and 5 million sweat glands in our bodies, and relatively few are located in the armpit, which produce only about 1% of the body's sweat. So, deodorant and antiperspirants benefits are what? There are two primary reasons to use deodorants and antiperspirants: moisture and smell. So, moisture in terms of sweat is a cooling mechanism that helps us shed excess heat. Armpits have a higher density of sweat glands than the other areas of the body. Means we cannot say that other areas of the body are not sweat or not giving sweating, but in comparison to the other areas, armpit are having the most dense sweating gland, and which will be giving and providing the body most sweating. So some people wish to reduce their sweating, since armpit sweat can sometimes soaks through clothing also, and by which that so much smell is coming from the these clothes. And the other perspective or the benefit of using deodorant and antiperspirants is your sweat itself does not have a strong odor. It's that bacteria on your skin breaking down the sweat that produce an odor, and the damp breath of your warmth of your armpit is an ideal environment for bacteria. So when people are saying that this person is having so much sweat odor, so sweat is not having itself any kind of a odor. It is having the body bacteria which is already involved in that body. So that body bacteria is going to break down that sweat and produces an odor. So in that way we are having this particular information about deodorant and antiperspirants benefits. Another thing is that antiperspirants and what is the difference between antiperspirants and deodorants? So it's very simple, like deodorant protects against odor while antiperspirants protects against sweat and odor both. And deodorant will help to keep you fresh, whereas antiperspirants also helps to control sweat, perfect if you want to avoid underarm wetness. And aluminium is the only active ingredient in your antiperspirants that help to reduce your sweat. So this is the difference and the general information about your antiperspirants. So I hope this video will help you to get more understanding about this antiperspirants and deodorants information and how much beneficial it is. So if you like my video, so please click subscribe, share my channel. Bye for now.